think my influences are a little bit all over the place. Like when I first started, I was very influenced by a lot of like folky artists, like kind of Joni Mitchell, even some more like kind of Scottish traditional music influences, like kind of Kim Carney with like Gaelic singing. Just like I really like the tone of her voice. And a lot of like alternative rock as well. Like I really like the Velvet Underground, like Lou Reed, and then I really like the Smiths and Radiohead. I think more recently I've been listening to a little bit more kind of poppy artists as well, like kind of R&B. Like I've been really liking Blood Orange recently. It's something that I feel is quite changeable. Like I think when I first started, I would have described myself as like a bit more like folk. And then I kind of felt a bit more like alternative folk or like indie folk. But I think the stuff I've been coming out with more recently and the stuff I'm about to put out is like, I would say it's just more kind of rock, like maybe more indie rock, but a lot of it is almost quite like classic rocky type sounding. I think because I had played instruments when I was younger, like I think songwriting I started when I was about 13, 14, at least like having a go at it. But I think having like played instruments when I was younger, I did think like, oh, I would really like to just keep this up and like do a little bit of like performing and stuff or maybe recording when I'm older. So that was when I kind of played like the cello and I played the fiddle when I was younger and that. But I think the songwriting itself, like there were some songs that I heard and I just thought like, oh, I'd really, really like to try this. Like I think, like I kind of mentioned earlier, like Joni Mitchell, I think like hearing some of her songs, I just thought like, I thought it seemed like something that was quite cathartic and that I would like to just do it as a hobby. Well, I think my typical process had always been like coming up with a bunch of chords first on the guitar. Like a lot of my songs have been quite guitar driven. And then just kind of like lay out the structure there. Like, oh, these are some verse chords, these are some chorus chords. And then like, yeah, just often like the lyrics came after that. Like because the music, the sound of the chords would kind of inform the vibe and like inform the lyrics. But I've kind of scrapped that a little bit recently. Like sometimes I've just been like sort of getting melodies in my head, and then sometimes like the melodies in my head like inform the lyrics a little bit. Like I kind of had heard that that's a thing that like Doja Cat does. Like I've been quite liking Doja Cat recently, and she said that she just gets like sounds coming to her head, and then like that, you know, she hears like the sounds of the words. So I've kind of been trying to experiment with that a bit more recently, just like get the melody and lyrics in my head and like write the chords to them, because it's like, you know, it's like it's good to switch things up a little bit sometimes so you don't get like totally stuck in your ways, if you know what I mean. I think if I'm maybe looking at like the song itself, like independently from the production, because I think sometimes I think, oh, I wish I wrote this song, but it's actually more like the production that's really incredible about it. You know what, like I really like the song Drugs Don't Work by The Verve. That song makes me really emotional, and like I really like the lyrics and the melody, and that is also quite like a raw song. So I think like it is just that, you know, it's so effective for me, the lyrics and melody, like independently. There's also been a lot of good advice I've gotten. I'm sure it's something that my dad has said. Like I think my dad has been just such a massive mentor to me throughout this, because I think like he's probably like my biggest influence out of everyone, because he was always like playing his songs growing up, and like he's kind of guided me so much of my songwriting. I don't know, I think a lot of the time it is almost like the simple, obvious advice that's the best. Like, because I think that was like, as you kind of mentioned before, that was definitely something I struggled with, was like, I was always like quite hard on myself when I first started. Like I was like trying to like I was basically putting like unrealistic standards on myself from the beginning. And so my dad was always kind of like don't worry, like you're doing your best. Like it will take time to sound good. So just like that type of thing, just, when someone is just like helping you take a step back and make you realize, like, you're doing a good job, just keep going. Like things take time, really. So Drifter was actually one that I wrote when I was really young. I wrote that when I was 14. So I think it was actually the first song that I like properly finished from like start to finish. And I was definitely quite influenced by like the Smiths, because I was listening to them a lot of the time. And I think I was also like influenced a bit by like the likes of the Velvet Underground. And I was trying to do some more kind of like abstractual type of lyricism. But like, I think it was one of those times where I was like, because I was really new to like songwriting and lyrics, I was like really overthinking it, like how do I write some lyrics? But I think I'd actually used this like technique of writing lyrics that I'd heard that Kurt Cobain would do, of just like having a notebook filled with random lyrics and like circling the ones that he thought were good and then like connecting them. So maybe I shouldn't have given that away, but people are like, this doesn't make any sense actually. But then I kind of think eventually like there were like certain ones that I circled and then like had developed them. And it was also like, because it's quite like a rhythmic song with like the guitar chords, it kind of was like just making those lyrics sound a little bit percussive as well. I maybe actually just like the opening lyric is like, down has never looked so high, the corridor wanderer won't say goodnight. It's maybe like a wee bit of an intriguing type of opening, because you're like, what is going on? Well, I wrote it on acoustic, and then it was like the kind of verses came first, and then I think, actually, now that I remember, it was like, because I was recording it like with my dad, I remember that I was like totally like scratch my head like how to come up with the choruses, because the way that we'd recorded it is we'd like done all of the verses first, and I was happy with how they sounded. Like, I think, yeah, we were both really, really happy with them. And then for me, like, as well as being like quite inexperienced, I felt like, oh my gosh, like, how am I gonna get like a chorus that like kind of does this justice in a way? And I do remember my dad kind of helping me with the guitar chords, because I was also like kind of newish to playing guitar, and I had like the sound in my head for like the riffs, but I just wasn't quite like translating it into the guitar. And he was like, oh, I kind of think that what you mean to do is like this chord. So it took us like quite a few takes and like quite a while to come up with those choruses. And then this new version that's going to be out, this was like recorded with a full band in Dystopia Studios in Partick. So now it's got like a much like kind of more rocky band feel, as opposed to the kind of like, I think it was always like a bit rocky and a bit like funky, but like that is kind of that cuts through a lot more with like a big band sound. Maybe one mysterious, I'd say. Maybe I want to say nostalgic, but I don't know if that's just because of me like having written it when I was quite young, but like I think also the vibe is like that for me. I think it's also quite bright though, maybe because of like the Smithsy type of chords I've got going on. Music. Studio. Electric. Play by ear. 90s? Well, I am gonna release more of the stuff that I've been recording at Dystopia Studios. So eventually there's gonna be an EP. So I'm kind of gonna like gradually release the remaining 4 singles. I'm hoping to do a lot more gigging with a live band. So I've got like Bella Drum Festival lined up. I'm excited to be playing that, and I'm just hoping to get more festivals on the go. I'm currently finishing a master's degree, actually, which will, if all goes to plan, be finished in like late August. So I want to just like kind of make more time for music in general, and just keep on kind of growing as an artist, and like playing with new people, and just like experimenting with my sound a little bit as well.